Mr. Trouble never hangs around when he hears this mighty sound.
Here I come to save the day.
That means that Mighty Mouse is on the way. Yes, sir, when there is a wrong to right, Mighty Mouse will join the fight. On the sea or on the land, he gets the situation well in hand.
So though we are in danger, we never despair, 'cause we know that where there's danger, he is there.
He is there on the land, on the sea, in the air.
We're not worrying at all. We're just listening for his call.
Here I come to save the day.
That means that Mighty Mouse is on the way. We're not worrying at all. We're just listening for his call.
Here I come to save the day.
That means that Mighty Mouse is on the way.
Elevenish.
Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing this morning? Do let me know if my audio sounds all right and everything else is all done and all that blah blah. Yeah, it is Wednesday morning, 11 a.m, 11ish, number 27. I can't believe I actually got to 27 of these bad boys, and I haven't even put a show together yet. I'm just kind of like been getting together in front of the camera, having my creative coffee moment at 11 o'clock in the morning. Normally I would have done some work by now. I normally would have done like 2 hours of work, maybe 2 or 3 hours of work, but I just didn't. I woke up this morning at 7 o'clock and I'm just like, it's not happening. So I fell asleep till about 20 past 10. Then I was like, oh, panic. So I needed to go and wash pots and sort stuff out and get myself sorted and have a wash, do my teeth, all that usual stuff. And then it's like, oh, right, it's 11 o'clock now. So I've got to get on with that. So a bit of a mad dash. And the reason for that is that I was up late last night. I was up till like midnight and then I went to sleep at midnight. But then I kept on waking up every half an hour, every 45 minutes because I was wondering when my Udemy course was going to be approved, because I'd already submitted it and some of the things weren't done. The promo video wasn't done. There was a section that needed doing. Various bits and pieces. That's my kettle, by the way. It's about to click. He says. There you go. And because I've not had any coffee yet this morning, so this is how I am usually without coffee, so be scared. So yeah, I was waiting around last night thinking, oh, I hope it comes back, hope it comes back, hope it comes back for Black Friday 2015, because that's the whole reason why I did the course. But anyway, I got an email last night about half one saying it's up, it's ready, you can start selling it. So I was like, yes. So I'm on a big push today to do the discount vouchers of 75% off, from 79 quid down to I think 19 quid, I think it is that I put it at, and I'm going to send that out to my 1,500 peoples on my my email list, and also my existing free courses. That's the whole reason of putting out the free courses, is that I can kind of get in touch with them and say, hey guys, you know, I've got another course out and I've got a discount on it for the next 5 days. And then we go straight into Black Friday, and I'm really hoping that Udemy like push that forward and give it some promotion, because, you know, even if I only got like 100 people buying it at 19 quid, that's 1,900 quid, and that would be very, very nice right now to help with sort of New York stuff and next year stuff and potential trips over to Belgium and Spain, and a few little recce trips that I want to do of the land over in Spain would be nice. So that's cool. That's why I'm a bit late this morning, a bit run over, but I did make some notes last night. So I'm going to be working on 3 things today. I'm going to be working on the Udemy promotion, which will probably take about an hour and a half. Then I'm taking some photos of my electric bike, because that has to go. And then I've got to go. Then I've got to do some charity stuff, but I'm going to do that after I've been to physio, because I've got to go to physio at 2. What time will it be? 2:30 today, so I've got to leave here at 2 o'clock. So I've got a bit of time to do some stuff there. So that's my day, really. Udemy, bike sale, and charity stuff. I wanted to come up with a few other things to tell you about, though, in the show. And one of them is that we're like £100 away from doing our total on GoFundMe, which is amazing. GoFundMe.com/HumbleNYC. Last 100 quid. Can we get it done before Friday so we can celebrate a bit on Friday, even though I'm not drinking? Can you believe it's like 11 days in November and I've not had a drink. I do feel different. I feel adjusted in some way. I feel like curated in some way. I don't feel so reckless in terms of like, oh, I'm just gonna have a drink and sort of take my mind off it kind of thing. I've been really, really clean and it feels good. I just know that if I keep this up till the end of the month and then get to sort of December and then get on the plane and have a drink, or the night before in the hotel room before we all go, I think that's going to be a little mini party, to be honest, that we've actually pulled it. As soon as I've checked it in via like the website for the plane, as soon as I've checked in, I think I might have to have a beer. I might have to have like a celebratory, like either a bottle of wine or a bottle of beer. Bottle of wine's probably a bit excessive. Right, so a few things I want to get into. Backblaze. So I don't know if you back up stuff to the cloud or you have a backup drive on your computer, but Backblaze was always one of my favourite cloud storage sites because they had such a simple little plugin, little app that you ran, and it just backed up your computer in the background to the cloud. But I don't know, it started doing some really, when I didn't pay it 1 month, it started popping this blooming requester thing up all the time, and without removing it completely, it kept on doing it. There was no way to turn it off. So I kind of went a little bit sour on Backblaze, but they've just released their cloud service, which I think is called B2, but it's super cheap. It's like 20 times cheaper than Amazon Cloud, which I still don't know how they're doing it, but it's super cheap. I can upload, I think, 3 terabytes, so 3,000 gigabytes, which is my size of my drive, I think for about $15. So like £7, £8 a month to have a backup of my backup drive, which to me is so worth it, because I don't know if you know about backup drives, but they tend not to last for me. I have it for a year or two and then I lose everything. So I kind of need a backup for the backup. That's how enterprise companies do it, corporates do it. They have 3 backups in different locations just in case one burns down so they can get to the other one. So that's cool. Sorry, my nose is like literally like running today. I don't know why. I got my driving license. That came through super quick. I thought it was going to be 2 weeks, like 3 days. So I've got a driving license again, which means I'm super legit on the road again. Thank you. I filled in my forms for my current account card. I sent the scan of that to the charity last night. They were cool with it. That was absolutely fine. They had no problems with that. Not the charity, the credit union. That's absolutely fine. So I'm expecting that to arrive in the next 3 or 4 days. That actually comes with an app as well. So finally, I'm in the 21st century with my bank balance current account thing. So that's cool. And Udemy, like I said, I've finished my Udemy paid course, and I'm straight into another course as well about what was it? About Blab, I think. Blab and relaunching my show called The Gravity. So this is elevenish, but I have another show that I want to do that uses all the 3 or 4 of the windows in a really smart way. So I decided to do a course around it. I'm also going to do a Slack course at some point, and I think I'm going to do that in line with the charity when that starts. So yeah, doing Canva graphics today for 30 days, hardcore promotion of that course. If that course goes well, then I won't have to go back to temp work. I don't have to worry about full-time work, and I can just concentrate on like raising up the effort for that. Google on offline maps. That's another thing I saw last night I want to tell people about. I don't know if you've seen this, but for Android and iOS, they're offering a thing now. Regarding downloading parts of Google Maps so that you can use them offline. If you've got no internet and things like that, you just download them and it's job's done. You've got like the offline map on your device, and you can just travel around that particular area. So you can download certain areas. So if you know you're going to like London, you can download a certain section of London to your phone, and then it's completely, there's no data roaming charges. So for somebody traveling, like if you're going to Belgium or you're going to a certain place like Ghent in Belgium, you can download the whole like town centre of Ghent or that area, and then you completely can be offline and just use it for turn-to-turn directions with your headphones, which is just huge and awesome. Well done, Google, you're the best. Another thing that I saw last night, and I'm going to get into this at some point, I'm not sure when, I'm too busy at the minute to do it, but maybe December time I'll do it every day of December as like I don't know, maybe some kind of like, what do you call it, when you have like, open those little cards, I can't remember what it's called now, you have like the 24 days of Christmas, advent calendar. So I normally do a digital advent calendar at Christmas, so I'm kind of going to do something a little bit different this year. I found a site called officehours.io. I should be posting these links in the thing. I'm going to post it in here. officehours.io, and what it is, it allows you to be a kind of advocate, and you can connect your Google Calendar to it, and you can offer 10 minutes of your time. as like an advisor. And basically people book a scheduled time with you, and then you jump on with them, and you don't get to see them, I don't think. I think it's just an audio thing. I'm not sure if it's just an audio thing. But you get 10 minutes with them, and that's it. And then you can book another 10 minutes at another time. And I just think I'm going to do that every day of December. Obviously, I can't do it on the 6th or 7th because I'm travelling. But just 10 minutes out of my day, I think would be really cool. And maybe like point them to my digital advent calendar thing as well on YouTube. Right. This looks a little bit out of sync, so I apologise if it's out of sync. Do I look out of sync to you on that side? I kind of look out of sync on my computer this side. I've had this happen a few times recently with Wirecast. It's okay on the local copy, but on the remote copy, it looks out of sync. But all right, whatever. Final thing. Oh no, two things actually. This last one, I'm going to put it into the chat. I found this really, really interesting last night. This was a lady called Nina Muffley. I probably said her name wrong. But she created a digital CV to land a dream job at Airbnb. And I just thought it was a really interesting approach for the way to get a job nowadays. Is not to just send them a CV or just send them a message saying, can I have a job? I really want a job. Can you give me a job? This woman, what she did, she designed a website to look like Airbnb's site. And then she kind of went into this whole thing about why Airbnb are good, but they could be better. And she literally gave them all this free advice. And she put on, what's missing, and she put all this Middle Eastern stuff for high travel markets. Airbnb penetration in the Middle East remains low. Dubai, Abu Dhabi, all of these like high profile areas. And it caught the attention of the people at Airbnb and the PR and the HR recruitment officer. And they were like, wow, this is really good. Like, you've really caught our attention. We should probably have a chat. So she's going in for an interview now and a bit of a chat. And I have no doubt that she will get a job, because what she's done is, instead of doing digital CV, she's kind of become her own brand advocate, which, by the way, I've got a course coming out. Oh, it's out, but like I need to link it up properly, but I haven't got a link for it now. Or I could pull it up really quick, actually. Smart URL / my Udemy. Yeah, so that's really cool. I thought, if you're looking to get a job, what was the best way of doing it? Build a site that looks similar and suggest ideas, what they can do, or what you would do as a employee of that business. So chances are she might get employed now to help with development of the Middle Eastern market, which she's got her perfect job at Airbnb. She always wanted to work at Airbnb. She moved to San Francisco, I think, recently, after 10 years of building a startup, quite big startup creative agency in Israel or somewhere like that, Egypt somewhere. There's my link, by the way, to my Udemy. I put it in my chat. I'll also link you to my new course, which is here, which is udemy.com / personal SEO creative brand advocate. And you'll see that the price of it is £79. But if you follow my Twitter account at Phil Campbell and just look in those kind of channels and Blab on Friday night, I'll be giving out a code to get 75% off, so you can get it for 19 quid instead of 75 quid, 79 quid. And it's an absolute steal at 19 quid because there's 88 lectures in there. It's full of awesome stuff, I promise you. Right, I think that's me done. Yeah, it is. I've done absolutely everything on that list. I'm currently designing and sketching things out in my book for the Gravity. So if you want to know a bit more about that, pop into our Blab on Friday night. I think it runs about 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock. We haven't done a refresh Friday for a couple of weeks because we've all been burnt out, busy doing stuff. So if you want to pop in, blab.in / Phil Campbell. We get together from 10 p.m. onwards on Friday night. We're not drinking at the minute, so it's not a drinking party, but we might have music at midnight as the BLNDP, the Blab Late Night Dance Party. That's it for me. I will catch up with you tomorrow. Have a great Wednesday. I'm going to physio at 2:30 today, and I will see you online at 11 in the morning.